What's going on, guys? It's your boy Surgical Snipes, and I am back at it again with another Diablo Immortal video. What is going on today? We are going to be talking about the best legendary gems, normal gems, and Reforge stones for demon hunters. Alright, so these are going to be the best legendary and normal gems and best Reforge stones that I recommend for playing as a demon hunter in Diablo Immortal. So let's get right into it. Here we go. Quick note about this topic. I actually made a video on this. I made a video on this yesterday or 2 days ago, and for some reason the video didn't record right. It only recorded like 3 or 4 minutes of my 20-minute video. So I was like, fuck, man, you know. So I hope that, and I hope that this one actually goes through, because I was explaining everything, you know, reading all the legendary gems and normal gems and everything, and Reforged stones, and it was a wasted video. So anyways, let's hope this video goes through. Alright, so let's get into it, right? So what are legendary gems? Legendary gems, we'll start with legendary gems first. Legendary gems are what give your gear items, your gear power, pretty much, right? You have 6 gear slots. You have your helm, your chest plate, your shoulder pads, your pants, and your main and offhand weapons. So you have to slot in these legendary gems in order to give more power to your character. And the power of those gems will be indicated by its resonance, which is this yellow orb right here. So for me, I have 750 resonance. And what does resonance do? Well, this is the most pay-to-win stat in Diablo Immortal, right? Resonance, what does it do? It increases equipment-based attributes by a certain amount of percentage. So for me, it's 37.50%. Not that high at all, right? But that's what it is. That's what resonance is, and that's what you get when you slot in legendary gems in your gear. So pretty much, if you want to get stronger, you would upgrade your legendary gems. And what does it go up to? Well, the max right now, I believe, for resonance, the max you can get for resonance, your max res should be could get up to 7,560, I believe. Yeah, 7,560, I believe, is the max resonance a person can get to max out their character. That's a lot. We're talking almost 100 grand, 80 grand, 70 grand range. That's how much we're talking if you want to upgrade your resonance all the way to the max. Alright? Do you need to do that? No. I don't recommend doing that at all. But if you want to max out your character, that's around how much it's going to cost, you know. So most players, if they want to invest in the game and increase the resonance, it goes by tiers pretty much, right? You got pretty much the free-to-play is between 0 to 500 resonance. I wouldn't say free-to-play, but the free-to-play players and the low spenders, like myself, we are going to be between the 0 to 500 resonance range, right? If you spend a little bit more, then you can get up to between 500 to 800. And then if you want to spend more than that, then that's when you start getting into the 1K resonance, the 1,000 resonance range. And when you get 1,000 resonance, you get tier 1 wings. They're these flaming wings that you get for getting 1,000 resonance, 1K resonance. And then if you want to keep on going and keep spending after that, then you're going to get up to 3,000. Once you hit the 3,000 resonance mark, you're going to get tier 2 wings, which is the 3,000 resonance wings. And then of course, if you want to well all the way, you can well all the way up to 5,000 resonance, and 5,000 resonance will get you tier 3 wings. But I'm surprised that they don't have tier 4 wings for 7,000 resonance. You would think that they would give you the ultimate set of wings at the max resonance of 7,560, but who knows? Maybe they're gonna increase the resonance cap, the max cap for resonance later on in the future. But for now, we got 3 sets of wings. We got the 1,000 resonance wings, the 3K resonance wings, and the 5K resonance wings. Right? Tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 wings. Right? I'm almost there. I have a couple hundred resonance to go to get to my first milestone of 1K resonance, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get to eventually tier 2 wings, at least with 3,000 resonance, once it's all said and done in my Diablo Immortal journey. But yes, let's talk about legendary gems first. This is gonna be the best legendary gems for demon hunters. Okay, legendary gems are classified by 1 stars, 1 star, 2 star, and 5-star gems. Right, your 1-star gems being the weakest of them all, and your 5-star gems being your 5-star legendary gems being the strongest. So if we go to the marketplace here, we're gonna check out all these gems. Alright, so we click on legendary gems, and it gives you a whole list of the gems that are available in the game. 1 stars, as you can see, there's a 1 star there. Then you got your 2 stars. Then you got your 5-star gems. Right? Keep in mind that 5-star gems, they're classified by either 2 out of 5 stars, 3 out of 5 stars, and 5 out of 5 stars. For example, the cheapest ones are going to be the 2 out of 5. As you can see, you have 2 stars highlighted there, and there's 3 that are not filled in. So it goes from keep in mind that from 5-star legendary gems, it's going to be rated in power between 2, 3, 4, and then of course the highest power being 5-star gems. As you can see, we have a 5-star Phoenix Ashes available for 640,000 K plat, which is insane. It's like 1,000 or something more dollars just for 1 gem, and it's insane. But anyways, more on the 5-star gems later. Let's right now focus on we'll start from 1 star all the way to 5-star gems. So what is the best gems, legendary gems that you can put on your demon hunter? Well, right now my current build, I have 3 I'm running 3 1-star gems and 3 2-star gems currently, and this specific build on these gems for my character has gotten me very successful in the battleground, in the PvP matches of this game. So this is why I believe that this is the best build possible if you're going the cheaper route for your gems, right? If you're only going to want to run 1-star and 2-star gems, this is the one build, the only one that I believe, the only choices that you should be making as a demon hunter. So let's get right into it. So number 1 gem you want to get first is the Carson's Invigoration. Okay, Carson's Invigoration is this blue gem right here, and I believe this is the most important gem as a demon hunter. If you're gonna go the cheaper route, what does Carson's Invigoration do? Carson's Invigoration increases the speed of your primary attack. Now, I'm not gonna read off the percentages highlighted in green here, because those numbers are different depending on the rank of the gem. So let's start here with the explanation, right? Carson's Invigoration. It increases the speed of your primary attack and the damage of your primary attack. So this is insane. This is, as a demon hunter, we're always using our primary attack to deal damage. So this is why Carson's Invigoration is the go-to legendary gem for 1 stars that you want to start ranking up to rank 10 as a demon hunter, if you want to get the most out of your demon hunter as possible. Okay, so that's Carson's Invigoration. Next legendary gem that I'm running in my build is the Berserker's Eye. The Berserker's Eye increases all damage you deal and increases your crit hit chance, but also increases the damage you take by 5%. So it's a pro and a con, right? You're dealing more damage and you're getting a little bit of a better crit hit, but you're also sacrificing your shield. You're becoming more squishy by 5%, so you're gonna take more damage. So you're gonna you'll be able to deal more damage, but keep in mind you're gonna take more damage. But that's okay, because this is what demon hunters use. You know, this is what demon hunters have to put on in order to keep dealing that insane amount of damage that we are able to do with this class. So Berserker's Eye is the way to go. Okay, lastly, for your 1-star gems, you're going to want to be running Everlasting Torment. This orange gem here. What does Everlasting Torment do? It says your crit hits inflict agony, dealing base damage every second for a set amount of seconds. Each nearby enemy afflicted with agony increases your attack speed. Each enemy cannot be affected by this more often than once every certain amount of seconds. So every time you crit, every time you get a crit hit, you're gonna inflict I guess a status effect called agony. Once your enemy is on agony, then you're gonna be dealing an extra percentage amount of base damage for a certain amount of seconds, for a certain amount of seconds. So for a certain amount of time. So very good legendary gem, and one of the 3 legendary gems that I recommend for demon hunters for the 1-star gem category, for the 1-star legendary gem category. Okay, now let's go to the 2-star gems. What 2-star gems do you want to run in your demon hunter build if you're gonna go the 2-star gems route? Well, we got 3 here also. I would say the first one you want to rank up is gonna be your Bloody Reach. Bloody Reach, this green legendary gem here, it says your attacks deal a certain amount of percentage increased damage for every amount of time of yards between you and the enemy hit. Maximum increases the maximum increases on the percentage and the distance based on how much you rank up the gem. In addition, your attacks have a percentage chance to slow enemy movement speed by a percentage for a certain amount of seconds. So pretty much your attacks are dealing damage for every amount of distance between you and the enemy hit for the Bloody Reach, and it increases up to a certain amount of distance. So it's a kind of weird gem to explain. You pretty much you're definitely getting an increased damage bonus for every 2 yards, or for every amount of yards between you and the enemy hit, if that makes sense. I really don't get it either too much, but that's what it is there. You know, pretty much increased damage between the distance, based on the distance between you and the enemy, I think. I don't know, but you want to be rocking a Bloody Reach 2-star gem. Okay, your next 2-star gem you want to get is Power and Command. Another green gem. Power and Command alternates states every amount of seconds. Power increases your primary attack damage by a percentage. Command increases all other skill damage by a percentage. So each time these states alternate, you have a percentage chance to dispel a harmful effect from yourself. So this is one of the go-to 2-star gems. It switches states. It alternates between power and command. One in power, it increases your primary attack damage, and command increases the skill damage for any other skills that you're using that deal damage. An example would be if it's in power, you're just using your primary crossbow shot attack, and then if it's in command, when you use skills like Rain of Vengeance, knockback shot, sentry, then what's it called? You'll be able to increase the skill damage on that. So that's where we're at with that. Those are the, in my opinion, the best 2-star gems that you can get if you're running as a demon hunter. Alright, so again, a quick recap. You're going to be running 3 1-star gems, which are Carton's Invigoration. Actually, I'm going to show it in the marketplace because that shows the gems better. Okay, so I have it on my watch list here. Oh, those are the 5-star gems that I want to purchase. So we're going to do it here. So, okay, so the best 1-star gems again that you want to be running is Carson's Invigoration for that increased primary attack speed. You're going to want to be running Everlasting Torment for your crit hits to inflict a status effect known as Agony, which deals more damage. And then you're going to want to run Berserker's Eye, which increases all damage you deal. But keep in mind, it also increases the damage that you're taking in also. But that's okay. 2-star gems, you're going to want to be running Bloody Reach. It pretty much just increases your damage for every set amount of yards between you and the enemy hit. Something to do with distance. You're going to deal more damage with this. Power and Command. You're going to be going through 2 different states. Power for your primary damage, and Command for your other skills damage. And of course, you're going to want to be running, I forgot to mention this on the last one that I was talking about from my 2-star gems, I forgot. But last but not least, you're going to want to be running Lightning Core. What does Lightning Core do? Lightning Core says your primary attacks and movement slowly charge you up with electricity. When fully charged, your next primary attack will release Chain Lightning, dealing a percentage of base damage plus an additional damage to nearby enemies. Cannot occur more often than once every set amount of seconds. So once you fill up your meter with electricity, once it's ready to go, you can start. You'll do extra damage with Chain Lightning, and that's what Lightning Core does. So some people don't recommend Lightning Core though, because it takes a long time for it to charge. Actually, I have yet to see it work in Battleground, you know. So maybe it doesn't even work. Maybe I shouldn't be running that, but that's what I have. Let me see here. Nobody wants to buy my skill stone. Anyways, yeah. So what else could you use besides Lightning Core as a 2-star gem? There's not that many options, you know. That's why I think just because of the increased damage that you can get once you fully charge it, lightning core is the way to go. Another alternative, people would say, for if you want to have more survivability, you could be running the hunger. It says heal base damage plus a certain amount of life each time you defeat an enemy. So this could give you a good it's like pretty much like a little health potion, health restoration gem every time you defeat an enemy. But keep in mind, you have to defeat an enemy for it to work. So you might want to be running that instead of lightning core if you want to get more healing. Okay, but those are the 2-star gems that I recommend for Demon Hunter. Right? You want to go for the Bloody Reach, Power and Command, and then either a Lightning Core for a little bit more damage, or the Hunger if you want to get that healing effect each time after you defeat an enemy. Okay, so those are the 2-star gems. Now let's go for the 5-star gems. 5-star gems that you're going to want to be running as a Demon Hunter. Well, I already have them here on my watch list because these are the best of the best gems that you want to get if you want to invest in this game and invest in your gems. These are the best gems that you're going to want to be running as a Demon Hunter, in my opinion, right? Blood-Soaked Jade is I believe the best legendary gem in the game. Why? Because it increases all damage you deal up to a percentage while at full life, with a minimum bonus of a percentage while at low life, and it increases your movement speed by a percentage. So it increases your damage, and it still gives you some damage when you're at low life. A bonus while you're at low life. So even when you're one shot, you're gonna be able to do a little bit more damage to help you out and increase your chances of surviving. And it helps with your movement speed a lot. So Blood-Soaked Jade is the go-to gem first. It's pretty much the first. If you're gonna start investing in 5-star gems, Blood-Soaked Jade is the first one you should be going for. The next one, some might argue, Bottled Hope would be the first one you want to go for. What does Bottled Hope do? It says using a skill to grant a buff increases the target damage done and movement speed by a percentage for 6 seconds. Cannot occur more often than once every certain amount of seconds per target. So, what is this used for? What buff are we using? What skill that can we use to grant a buff that increases our damage? Well, as Demon Hunters, we all know that the only skill that we can use for that gives us that damage buff is Vengeance. So every time you activate Vengeance, you're gonna get an increased damage and movement speed by a certain amount of percentage for 6 seconds. You know, so very useful, very important legendary gem, 5-star gem for Demon Hunters is gonna be Bottled Hope. Next one I recommend going for after that would be the Seeping Bile. Seeping Bile, this green gem here, it says your attacks have a percentage chance to poison enemies, inflicting percentage damage for plus seconds for a certain amount of seconds. This poison spreads to nearby enemies if the victim dies. Cannot affect the same target more often than once every certain amount of seconds, so for a certain amount of time. So Seeping Bile it's gonna inflict poison on your enemies. You know, how many times when I get hit in the battlegrounds where I'm getting hit with poison left and right, you know, everybody's rocking Seeping Bile because of its status effect, right? Because if you're one shot and you have a good seeping, and you hit with a good Seeping Bile gem, you're gonna get killed instantly. Well, not instantly, but over time, because of it. And also keep in mind that when you poison an enemy or any status effect, whether it's a poison, whether it's a bleed effect, whether it's a burn effect, if you try to heal with the bandages, it's gonna stop the healing process, and you're gonna waste your bandage. So keep that in mind. Every time you're in a status effect, do not use your bandages to heal, because it's not gonna work. What you want to do is, let's say if you're poisoned, you're gonna want to escape from the enemy, right? Get away from the danger, and let the poison take the damage off. And there's a visual indicator, right? It's gonna be green. Your character's gonna be green. Your character's gonna be green if it's poisoned. You'll see it on your character, or it's gonna be orange if it's burning, or it's gonna be red if it's bleeding. So you definitely want to wait it out, and if you survive that, then you can start activating your bandages. Just a heads up for PvP battlegrounds, if you didn't know that, for all our new players here. But definitely Seeping Bile is definitely one of the best 5-star gems that you want to be adding to your loadout, to your build, for your 5-star gems. Next, I'm going to be recommending Echoing Shade. What does Echoing Shade do? Echoing Shade is this purple gem here, and it says your attacks have a percentage chance to summon a shadow clone for a certain amount of seconds that gains some of your abilities. So this is an amazing gem because it makes a clone. It gives you a chance to summon a clone that starts shooting at the enemy also, and the enemy might think it's you, and they'll be focused on shooting your clone instead of shooting you, and then that gives you that extra chance of survival and being able to either escape or defeat the enemy. And that's why I recommend Echoing Shade. It's one of the best 5-star gems you can get for those reasons. Okay, next one's gonna be Howler's Call. Howler's Call, what does that do? It's this red gem here, and it says your primary attack has a percentage chance to summon a charging spirit wolf that inflicts a percentage base damage plus extra damage to all enemies in its path. Cannot occur more often than once every amount of times. So Howler's Call gives you that extra damage chance from your primary attacks, because we're always using our primary attack as a demon hunter. You have a chance to summon a wolf, a red wolf that will charge into the enemy to deal that extra damage. So the higher you rank up your Howler's Call, the better your chance is for it to summon the wolf, and the stronger the wolf's gonna be. Very important gem to have as a demon hunter, because we're constantly using our primary attacks, and that's why it's always good to get that wolf to deal that extra damage for us. Could make or break the battle. Alright, and last but not least, you want to go with the Phoenix Ashes. Phoenix Ashes prevents fatal damage, and then grants a shield for a certain amount of seconds that absorbs damage equal to a percentage of your base damage. Cannot occur more often than once every 3 minutes. So, or depending on how much you rank up the gem, it's gonna get better. So this is gonna be your go-to gem for healing. Not healing, but definitely a survivability. It grants a shield and prevents fatal damage that one time. So, and it absorbs the damage. So this helps with your survivability. Phoenix Ashes is the last piece of these 5-star gems that I recommend in your build. So these are the 6 5-star gems. These are gonna be the best of the best gems that you're gonna want to be running as a demon hunter in season 4 this season currently. As new gems release, the build might be different. Alright, can you be running other gems as well? Of course you can be running other gems, but I believe those 6 5-star gems are the best of the best. I don't recommend any of the other ones. Some people run Chip of the Stone Flesh. I don't know why. It says each time you cause an enemy total loss of control, you will also apply an explosive curse. When the curse expires, the enemy will explode for damage. So if you put a status effect on them, then you can apply a explosive curse. So it could work, you know. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but that's probably for other classes, you know, because there's other classes like Necromancer that definitely specializes in 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 doing loss of control. But in my specific Demon Hunter build, I have loss of control options, abilities. So Chip of Stoneflesh could work out also, but other than that, I don't think you should be running, like, you shouldn't be running a Blessing of the Worthy or Zwenson's Haunting. I don't think any of these really are optimal for Demon Hunter. But yeah, that's gonna be the 5-star gems. So quick recap. That way we all know what the best gems are, for the best legendary gems for Demon Hunter again. For your 1-star gems, you're gonna want to get a Carson's Invigoration. You're gonna want to get a Everlasting Torment, and you're going to want to get a where's it at here? Berserker's Eye. Those are your 1-star gems that I recommend. 2-star gems, you're gonna want to get a Bloody Reach, Power and Command, Lightning Core, and if you want more healing, then the Hunger. And those will be the 2-star gems. And of course, my watch list, the best of the best legendary gems you can get for a Demon Hunter would be a Blood-Soaked Jade, Bottled Hope, a Howler's Call, Seeping Bile, Phoenix Ashes, and Echoing Shade. Those are going to be your best, the best of the best 5-star gems for Demon Hunters. Alright, so now that we talked about the legendary gems, let's talk about the normal gems that you want to be running as a Demon Hunter. Normal gems, you're going to want to be running Tourmaline. Tourmaline gives you extra damage, and for Demon Hunters we need all the damage we can get, so you want to go with the Tourmaline. You want to be ranking up your Tourmaline. Then you're going to either go for a Citrine or a Topaz, depending on what your preference is. If you want more resistance, you're going to go with Topaz. If you want potency, you're going to want to get Citrine. So it all depends on your preference and what you have available. Pretty much just keep ranking up what you have available, but if you want to prioritize something over the other, then you can go ahead and do that also. But you can't go wrong with either Topaz or Citrine for your yellow gems, for your yellow normal gems. For your blue gems, you don't want to run Aquamarine. You want to be running Sapphire. Sapphire gives you more armor penetration, and that's huge for as a Demon Hunter, right? More armor penetration definitely helps out. So again, your normal gems that you want to get as a Demon Hunter are Tourmaline, either Citrine or Topaz, and then for your blue gem you want to go with a Sapphire. And those are the normal gems that you want to get for Demon Hunters. Okay, so that's an explanation of the legendary gems and the normal gems for Demon Hunters. Last but not least, let's talk about the Reforge Stones. What are Reforge Stones? Reforge Stones are these stones that you can add, that you can slot into your legendary gear pieces. They give you extra bonuses. For example, the Wildfire Stones. It gives you extra bonuses on your attributes. For example, Wildfire Stone, you can get an increase in your primary attack damage, which is very good for Demon Hunters. Your skill damage and your crit hit damage. These are really good extra bonuses that you can apply to your gear that will make you stronger. So, which are the best Reforge Stones that you want to use as a Demon Hunter? You want to be prioritizing? Well, you could go for Wildfire Stones, And that's what I was doing. I was going for wildfire stones. I was going for wildfire stones because I wanted to get that the extra primary attack damage and crit hit damage. But I think the best one is going to be for demon hunters. It's going to be the vengeance stones. Why do I say that? Because vengeance stones, if you look here, it gives you that bonuses. You can have the chance to increase your attack speed up to 2%, and you can deal damage to players in battleground up to 1.5%, and also damage to enemies suffering loss of control up to a 5% increase. So I definitely recommend, if you're gonna get Reforge stones, your vengeance stones are the number one way to go because of the attack speed increase and the increase to of damage to players. So vengeance stones I think are the number one stone to go for, number one Reforge stone to go for as a demon hunter. Okay, now if you want to go the wildfire route for primary attack and crit damage, then wildfire is also a great option as well. So those are the two stones that you want to be going for as a demon hunter: vengeance stones and wildfire stones. Vengeance stones first for the attack speed and the damage done to players for battleground. If you want to be competitive in battlegrounds, or wildfire stones to make you hit harder with your primary attack and your crit hit damage. So those are the two wildfire stones I recommend: vengeance and wildfire stones. Alright, so hopefully you guys have a better understanding of the legendary gems that you should be legendary and normal gems and Reforge stones. Hopefully you have a better basic understanding of what needs to be done as far as to optimize your demon hunter class. Those are the gems I recommend. I believe over 99% of the demon hunter community is gonna agree with me on my recommendations. But everybody has their own opinion. You know, maybe there's a 1-star or a 2-star or a 5-star gem that I didn't put in on my list in my build. I'm just going based off of my experience so far in this game. These legendary gems, my loadout here has gotten me number 1 in the battlegrounds for demon hunter a couple times now. I believe twice I've done it already. So that's my experience, and the reason why I make these recommendations. So try it out, see if you like this build, these gems and these Reforge stones, and I guarantee you it'll help your game out a lot if you do it exactly like this. But yeah, that's gonna be the video for the best demon hunter legendary, normal gems and Reforge stones. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. It's your boy Surgical Snipes, and I'll see you in the next one.